You've been doing the login for me.
We added a couple to the list for you.
I see that. Are you guys hearing me?
Question is, are you hearing us, ABNMO?
Okay.
Too loud.
I see you got your YouTube live feed up, Sean. Good deal. I started out with the 7300. I couldn't stand to listen to that thing.
And at XY, I will return.
Okay, Sam. Thanks.
Gotcha. I was getting worried about you, but all good.
Okay, were you hearing me before? Was it just me not hearing anybody?
When I got here, Jeff said that you'd stepped away to change radios or something.
Okay. Apparently I wasn't. It showed me transmitting. I don't know why anybody wasn't hearing me, but anyway, okay.
Good to go now, man.
I think maybe I was transmitting on 43.
Been there, done that too.
My name is Ed. I am in Pythian, Illinois, taking pre-net check-ins for the Wolverine single sideband net.
K89RNA.
All right. Eric, number 20.
Thanks, Ed.
Is there another check-in out there? Yep. You got a mobile.
I can't hear him. You want to relay him?
Yep. Who's out there in that mobile? KENED. One of our Thursday night hosts checking in from the mobile.
Are you going to be around for the net? You'll have to relay that too, Sam.
But are you going to put him in at number 1 because of mobile?
Yes.
Yeah, Mark, you'll be at the top of the list there because you're mobile. Over. Could you repeat?
Sam, are you copying me?
Yep, I'm copying. Ed's got you in. You'll lead off the list as a mobile. Roger. Good to hear you, bud. Looking forward to hearing you tomorrow evening. Well, if you can run the net from the mobile, I know Sean's tried it. Kind of interesting.
Well, the band is in terrible shape.
Well, yeah, I'm actually got S1 of noise. The last couple days it's been S0, so my noise level has gone up a little bit. ABNMO.
Yeah, mine too.
I actually heard Mark at the end. I didn't hear him at first, but his last transmission, he actually came up. I was actually able to copy Mark. Anyway, so I'm guessing he was actually using an actual radio in the car and not a remote. You know, I don't know. I don't know that I'm ever going to have an actual HF radio in the car. I don't plan on it. It's just I don't know, too much to work with, I think. Sean? Yeah, it sounds like that GP9 is a worthwhile investment. Yeah, I've never talked with anybody who was disappointed with the GP9. I was just, you're definitely giving me the itch to replace the GP3 since that's what you replaced, and that's what I am thinking about replacing. Well, that's wonderful. Yeah, it's you're kind of in a little bit flatter terrain over there too. That helps. If you were ever to come here, you'll see I live in a valley here. I'm surrounded by dirt on all sides, but I do have a couple holes. But yeah, I've had the GP3 just does not work well on 2 meters, and I've figured that out from the get-go. It works pretty good on UHF, but I definitely want something that works on 2, and it sounds like the GP9 is the ticket to the answer there.
Who's out there trying to check in? Hello?
Who's trying to check in?
That's right.
I got you. Kilo Juliet 4, Sierra Bravo Charlie, number 22.
Yep, that's what I heard.
Me 3. All I got was Bravo Charlie out of that, but I could tell it was Ray. All right, this is ABNMO on the side. I have nothing more to say.
I got some doubling going on. Who was trying to check in? Oh, very good. W5MOE. You are number 23. That is correct. Hey, George, you're number 24. You're off frequency a little bit, but we got you in there. Over. See you later. And Mo, you're in here in good shape. You going to be around for the net? All right, very good. Thank you for your check-in.
Hey, Ed, are you on the flex now?
I am.
All right.
I pulled up Sean's 5-feet. It might help a little bit.
Yeah, his receive is so quiet.
Yeah, that's no attenuation, nothing, man. It just lays right down to 0.
See, it's noisy to me.
Ed, you didn't get the emails from Greg, did you?
Oh.
How can 0 be noisy to you, Ed? You wish your receive was that quiet. Now I turn on my double preamp and I only get a S3.
Wow.
Hey, good evening, Sean.
Hi, Art.
I'm eating cheesy potatoes and bacon.
I'll be right there.
All gone.
K9JJM at 40.
KA9EES.
Kilo Delta 9, Foxtrot Juliet India.
Wolverine single sideband net. KD9HAV for the FCC. What I was trying to do with this flex when I turned off the 7300, I was trying to put one instance of Smart SDR up on my monitor and the other one on the front of the rig. And they're both using the same antenna, so I don't know why I wasn't hearing anything. I don't know if it was the band or what was going on, but it wasn't working. Killed it all, and now I am running off the front of the rig, and everything's working just fine.
Kilo Delta 9, Tango Yankee Oscar.
89TYO, number 25.
Roger that.
This is KA9EES, the voice from Scythian, Illinois, and I'm still taking pre-net check-ins for the Wolverine. Need not be a member, just have a general class or higher license. I'll start the net here in about 17 minutes. Give me a call.
KA9EES, here is November Bravo 9 Delta, the voice of Bedford, New Hampshire, on N8SOB link, NB90.
NB90, number 26. You get that, Neil?
Hey, thanks for checking us in. I hope you guys are having a good day. Wow, what a nice one we have today. A little windy, though. NB90.
Yeah, it's 80 degrees here today.
Yeah, it looks like tomorrow will be 80 degrees here, and the next day, but it is only about 70 or so, but it was very humid. Not that we're complaining. NB90.
The complaint department's closed anyway. Yeah, we got 79 degrees right now in Fort Wayne.
Spring has sprung. I mowed, I've been mowing the last 3 days. I'm all done with that. Till next time.
You must have been mowing in slow motion, or you got a lot to mow.
Oh, a couple acres. Sean, you can hear me a lot better than I can hear you.
I'm only at 100 watts right now.
Okay.
See, all that static and stuff doesn't bother me. I can gnaw all that stuff out. I mean, this 7610's got enough filters. I just don't use any of them. The static doesn't bother me.
I see you running 3.6K wide. That's too wide for me.
Normally, I like to run 3.
Yeah.
I like to hear Jeff. Jeff sounds better on 3.6 on my radio.
Yeah. I'd probably have an icon if it wasn't for the receiver in this flex. And this is KA9EES. My name's Ed, and I'm in 50 Illinois, and I'm taking pre-net check-ins for the Wolverine Net. I'm going to start in about a little less than 13 minutes. Give me a call. I'm having a problem with when I'm running the thing off the computer in smart control mode. My Vox hangs longer than it should. In fact, I can't make any adjustments to it at all. The Vox delay. I don't have that problem when I'm running off the front of the radio, so that's why I'm on the front of the radio signal. So I can knock the noise down to where this thing sounds like it's FM. This band is in lousy shape. A little tune-up. All right, I can hear you now.
What are you, non-QRP?
Yeah.
Dang it, it made me have to turn my AGC up there, Sean.
Well, this is KA9EES. In 10 minutes, we're going to start this net. I'm taking free net check-ins for the Wolverine single sideband net. I'd appreciate your call. Everybody is welcome. We're here every night and have been since January 1960. That was even before I got my license. I was 6 years old. So give me a call. I'd like to get you on the list. I'm beginning to think it was something I said.
I was minus 23 years old. Oh, I don't know. I guess that's nice, but yeah, you're right. I mean, even almost at 40, I'm still one of the youngest hams out there. Yep, you are absolutely right. I'm going to be 40.
I got shorts over
about 30 years.
I change them once a year whether I need to or not. Did you grow up in the 80s?
Well, yeah, I was born in '84, but to actually kind of, you know, being in my early teens or so, you know, in the 70s. Well, my mom graduated in '73, so just to even be in elementary school in the early '70s, just to be able to go through that.
Wow. Your mom is about 20 years younger than us.
Yeah, she'll be 68 tomorrow. Yeah, she'll be 68 tomorrow.
Well, 10 years younger.
Well, this is KA9EES taking pre-net check-ins for the Wolverine net. Give me a call.
Check-ins. That man named Ed, he is looking for check-ins, coming to you live out of 50 in Illinois. Yeah, Andy, have you ever seen those Yaesu 2980Rs?
I'm guessing that's what you bought. Is that 2-meter monoband?
Yeah, just 2 meter. Yeah, but it does 80 watts.
Wow, okay. I remember when I first got licensed, if you were to find they were just at the 50-watt mark, and some of them weren't even 50 watts. So, man, they've almost doubled in power now. How do you like it?
I really like it. I did. I spent the time last night playing because I just got it yesterday, brand new from DX. I mean, $200, like $201 to the door. You can't beat that, and it's a nice little radio, nice solid knobs. And it works really good, sounds good, the mic is cool, it lights up.
Yeah, Yaesu does make nice mobile radios, they really do. I've had ICOM, and I like ICOM, but it seems like the Yaesus are a little bit more durable and rugged to me.
I'll tell you, the fins on this thing, it seems like the whole radio is just fins, from the faceplate all the way back.
Well, you got to dissipate that heat from that 80-watt power amplifier somewhere.
You go in the menu, tells you your temperature, the voltage at it. Man, this thing is pretty neat. I was quite surprised for the price of it.
It's amazing how even the Japanese radios have come down in price. Of course, the Chinese ones are, well, you can't beat their prices, but even the Japanese guys have gotten a lot cheaper. I remember when I was, I bought my first mobile radio at 16 years old. It was quite an investment for me. I think it was an HGX 242, and it was just a rebadged Olinco. I know, it was based off of an Olinco 2-meter monoband radio, and I think I paid brand new for it. I think I paid $400 for it. That was an investment for I had to work a summer job to pay for that thing.
Did you buy me one?
Hi, Irv.
Hey.
Hey, Edward L. Dowley? I guess that's how they pronounce that. Okay, we'll just call him K-A-9-E-E-S, N-80 or he'd like to check in.
Number 27.
I even talked to Irv on Simplex.
Is that what you were talking on yesterday?
Yeah, like I said, you guys were my first contact on it.
Okay, it sounded good.
Then I went through and programmed all the repeaters and forgot to turn the tone on.
Oops.
But that was all right. I did the Mars mod on it anyway, so I had to do a reset anyway. So.
Has it got a way to back it up on a memory stick or something?
You can hook it up to the computer and do it that way, I guess.
Can you hook it up to the kitty cat?
Probably not. So anyway, Ed's got 3 minutes before we kick this off. That guy's sitting back there, and he's got himself a list going.
Yeah. I only filled out half of it, though.
Isn't that what's just so great about this? I mean, if you just happen to fall off the face of the earth, man, the net's, and we got it.
Yeah. I thought.
This is Kilo 8 Tango Alpha Sierra.
Stuff started populating on NetLogger.
Sounds like he ate frogs.
Uh-oh.
Oh, try that again there, check-in.
This is Kilo 8 Delta X-Ray Juliet, in and out.
Kilo 8 Tango Alpha Sierra, in and out.
All right. That's your boat 2829, in and out.
Probably in the middle of a card game.
They're in Tennessee, aren't they?
Oh, that's right. Are they remote?
Apparently.
Yep, they were remote on mine. They came in, checked in, and got the heck on out of here.
Got out of town.
Yeah, they logged right out. They're gone. They're not even listening. No, they just wanted to get on the list, and they're gone.
They must think they're going to get some kind of award. AB8 on the side, and that's about to start.
It's not awards night.
Hey, maybe they'll first pop in and pop out.
All right, this is my minute and 10-second warning. So this will be my last call for pre-net check-ins. If you want to get on the pre-net list, now is the time. Call KA9EES. Was that you doing the logging a while ago, On?
What was that?
Was that you doing the logging a while ago?
No, that was Sam.
Okay.
Well, actually, after you said you were switching radios, Jeff, JJM, started taking a list, and then he just read it off to Sam.
Oh, okay.
So there was a tag team in there.
Oh, yeah, I can tell. I appreciate the help.
Look at that. Somebody that's not even a net controller out here helping us out.
Better next time.
Well, we doubled. Not, like I said, there's somebody not even a net controller out here. So, N8SOB, standing by for the net.
Good evening and welcome all amateurs and shortwave listeners everywhere. This is KA9EES and my name is Ed. I'm located in 50th, Illinois. That's East Central Illinois. And I'll be your control station for this evening's session of the Wolverine single sideband net. You don't have to be a member to check into this net. Everyone, and I do mean everyone, with a general or higher amateur radio license is welcome to participate in our net. This net meets every night of the week on this frequency, 3.935 megahertz, at this time, 2200 UTC. Free net. Or a little earlier if I'm feeling like listening. Or I'm messing with something else and I'm right near the radio. Anyway, I digress. The purpose of this net is to promote good fellowship and friendship among radio operators. If you'd like to become a member of the Single Sport Wolverine single sideband net, requirements are 4 check-ins a month for 3 consecutive months. After meeting these requirements, please email or send your list to KATAS. That's you must have the check-in date and the net control call sign, net control station's call sign, and make sure it is the net control station and not the free net list taker, because sometimes they're different. Sometimes people mess up the radios and can't hear anything. Anyway, I digress again. We suggest that you send more than the required check-ins just in case of any discrepancy. We have a nice certificate, the iron-on patch for new members. That's certificate. Information about the net and the monthly awards are available on our website at www.wssbn.com. I currently have on the pre-net list the following stations by suffix: EES, HAV, FJI, JJM, ZJU, AVT, ESL, ARX, EFC, ICB, 9WN, CGS, XUI, TTB, SOB, UCT, AUZ, ADMO, RNA, NED, SPC, MOE, UJR, TYO, B9D, ERV, EXJ, and TAS. Did I miss anybody on the pre-net list only? All right. I got one mobile out there. Are there any other mobiles that would like to check into the Wolverine single sideband net? Donnie, I'll get to you in a minute. You're not mobile, are you?
Thanks a lot.
I'll get to you here in a minute. All right, let's go with that low mobile. Mark, are you hearing me? K8NED, K9EAS, your group.
K9EES, group is NED mobile. It's a great signal from the Adam. Otherwise, change the relay. Mobile along. Anyway, I'll pass it back to you, Ed, to the net. This is K8NED.
Over.
Is Mark done?
Mark is finished.
Over.
All right, very good. I'm back on frequency, too. All right, let's see here. Are there any announcements for the net? Are there any stations wishing to be short time?
Alpha Bravo 8 Mike Oscar, AB8MO short time.
All right, AB8MO got you. Anybody else?
WB8VOW.
Is that WB8VOW?
WB8VOW.
All right, got you, Rusty. Anybody else? All right, AB8MO, take it away.
All righty there, yeah. This is AB8MO. Thanks, Ed. Here, Dad and I are going to go out and probably get some Chinese here. I'm going to be leaving here in a couple minutes here. But anyway, gorgeous day. I think my dashboard on my car said it hit 80 degrees. I don't know what it is now. My battery and my outdoor remote sensor is dead, apparently. At least that's what the base thermometer is saying. The outdoor sensor is not working. But it's 81 in the shack, and it's probably pretty close to that. Gorgeous day, not a cloud in the sky here in northeast Ohio. I imagine that's the same a lot everywhere, at least to the west. Sounds like lots of sunshine. Get some of that vitamin D. NED, Mark, boy, you got a respectable mobile signal. I was copying you. You came up. I got everything, your last transmission. When you checked into the pre-net, I wasn't hearing you at first, but you're checking here during the net. I was copying you, so you're doing pretty good there, Mark. Mind how you go and keep it between the ditches, as a good friend of mine once said to mobile stations. He's a silent key now, but that phrase always stood out in my mind. So anyway, yeah, I missed awards night. I think I lay down and took a nap. It's taken me a while to kick this. I think I caught the flu last week, and it's just kind of residually hanging on. And I lay down Monday afternoon after I got home from work, and I don't think I woke up until like 7:30, 8 o'clock or something. I was up half the night. And, of course, I missed awards night. So I literally snoozed and lost. So we'll see what happens for, let's see, May. April's done, so we'll have to see what happens for May. All right, I won't keep it any longer. Everybody have a great night. I'll try to get in here tomorrow. We'll see. I might be checking in remote. I don't know. I'm going to be gone most of the day. Taking care of things at my grandmother's place tomorrow, and I may or may not be home then, but I'll try to get in here one way or another. I don't know who's going to run it. I think Mark might be running it tomorrow. Hopefully he's better now. Back to you there, Ed. KA9EES, AB8MO.
All right. AB8MO in the group, KA9EES. Very good. Andy. Up next, our next short timer is Rusty in Lambertville. WB8VOW. Take her away, Rusty.
All right, KA9EES, WB8VOW. Well, thanks for letting me cut in line. And since I'm short time, I'm going to be short. Just say good evening to everybody. Wave a hand like my friend Bradley always does. And just wish you a great net there. KA9EES, WB8VOW, 73's all.
All right, Rusty, short and sweet. We'll catch you tomorrow, I'm sure. You have a great evening. Good lady die. All right, any other short times? Any other stations? All right, let's see. I'll take general check-ins, and Donnie, KK4EKK, I've got you down as number 31. Anyone else wishing to check in the Wolverine single sideband net? All right, not hearing anybody. I will look around and every 15 minutes or so, probably about 20 after this time, and see if there's any more that would like to check into the net. If you'd wait till then to do that, that would be a great help. Makes things go smoother. So since I got through all that, let's see. Let's go to the list. And I'm number one. Well, let's see. At tried something new today. I started off the pre-net with the 7300, but the noise level in that rig is so high I can't listen to it. Wearing a headset, and maybe if I had a different headset on, I had my Jabra on, and that just wasn't working for me, so I switched rigs. And I took Smart SDR and put it up on the top monitor because that's what I had on YouTube. And then I had Smart SDR running on the front of the rig. And I wasn't hearing what I was supposed to. I don't know what was going on, so I shut this rig down, closed out my live feed because, well, I don't really need to do that because Sean has such a great. Shut it down, started it back up, and by golly, I started hearing people. You know, it's funny when you're sitting here looking at NetLogger, and you're supposed to be the net control, and all of a sudden NetLogger starts populating, and you didn't have anything to do with it. So anyway, I figured out what was going on finally, and I can hear you, you can hear me, and let's move on. Up next, we've got KD9HAV, that's Norm, my wingman, and then standby Art. And guess what? Both these stations are in Fort Wayne, Indiana. KD9HAV in the group, KA9EES. KA9EES, this is KD9HAV, Norm in Fort Wayne, where we've had a beautiful day. 70-something degrees, sunshine, blue skies, puffy white clouds. It's just a beautiful day. It has been a good day. We have been playing with radios most of the day and dug this 891 out from underneath the desk. And I think we're going to take it out and do POTA with it on Friday. So we're just playing around, getting to know the radio again. And it looks good on the screen, so I hope you're copying me all right. Don't have a whole lot more. We checked in on the Low Red Bar Net this morning, spent time in Word and in prayer, and took a little ride on the Low Red Chariot, and the guy from the heating and air conditioning place was out, and he worked on that, so hey, it's been a good day. They're all good, man, they're all good. I'm going to turn it back to you, Ed. I do want to say God bless, take care, God bless America. KD9HAB, back to KA9EES, and the wonderful Wolverine single sideband family. 73, everybody, and God bless. All right, Norm. Good hearing from you, sounding good, and sound like you had a great day. Up next, we got Art in Fort Wayne, and then KD9SJI in the group, KA9EES.
Okay, Mr. Ed. Yeah, we, like Norm said, it's been a beautiful day. Anything you wanted to accomplish, being outside, you could get it done, that's for sure. In fact, I got my new coax all stapled down because the lawn service came out and they did another application, and I could just stand there and watch the grass grow by the hour. I cut it like 3 days ago, and it's up there again. Good grief, it's got to be 4.5 inches already. Growing like crazy. All that rain, I think, is what did that. But yeah, we're gonna fire up the mower tomorrow and go out there and cut some grass. That make you jealous. I know you like cutting grass, that's for sure. But yeah, we were kind of looking at DX Commander antenna and watching every single YouTube thing, even asked Dave about it on YouTube. Watched all of them. Got a couple more to watch, and it seems like it's a good antenna if you want to talk DX. But I don't know. Maybe I'll stick with the wire. It didn't cost me anything. I think I'm out like maybe $16 for wire, so not too bad. I guess this antenna works pretty decent, so I don't know. Maybe DX Commander sometime in the future. when Biden's out of office, the economy gets better, I could maybe afford one. Okay, that's about all we got from Fort Wayne. Norm and I just kind of summed up the Fort Wayne weather and everything for you, and the sunshine and everything. So you got all the information, Ed. And back to you.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. They were talking a little bit about the DX Commander on Ham Radio 2.0 today, and that he's got one. I think he's going to have a sale at the Elton, Texas Hamfest. But a vertical with radios will be great for DX. It shouldn't do too awful bad. Close in, I mean real close in, ground waves, but it'll be great for DX. My only complaint about vertical antennas is noise is vertically polarized, so they tend to be a little noisy, but they got a low takeoff angle, and you'll work a lot of DX with that antenna, so that's something to think about. Good hearing from you, Art. Always like talking to you. Take care. K9JJM is up next. Then stand by Marsha. K9JJM in the group. KA9EES.
All right, KA9EES and the wonderful Wolverine single sideband net. This is K9JJM, Jeff, Goshen, Indiana. Well, good afternoon, Ed. Good afternoon, all the Wolverines. It's good to hear everybody today. And boy, what wonderful weather. Good day at work today. Wasn't too stressful. Of course, that means tomorrow probably will be. But let's see if I can figure out what we finally maxed out for a temperature today. Wow. It says it's 80 degrees right now in Goshen, Indiana. And it feels like 80, so I guess it's the real field temperature. And it looks like, let's see, I think it's about the same for tomorrow, yeah. High tomorrow of 80, high of Friday of 80, high Saturday of 80. And then I think maybe it might take a little turn and get more, well, spring-like, I think. Nothing terrible, but more spring-like. Anyway, like I said, decent day at work. Hopefully tomorrow's not too tough. We just had Salisbury steak patties, some small, those little potatoes. They're not, I don't know what you call them. They're only about as big around as a quarter or 50-cent piece. But anyway, had some of those and some sweet corn. Well, not on the cob, but sweet corn. That's what we had for supper tonight. So, hey, Ed, thanks so much for getting me in here. Thanks for what you do for the Wolverine single sideband net. And with that, we'll turn it back to you, and I'll listen out here. KA9EES. This is K9JJM. Thanks, Ed.
Okay, Jeff. Sounds like you had a great day. Let's see, the temperature is starting to go down here a little bit. Yeah, but down to 79 degrees. I'm going to have to get a jacket out. Yeah, well, it's kind of unseasonably warm, but we're enjoying it. The weather has been gorgeous, so yeah, I know what you're feeling like. Up next, we got Marsha, and then stand by Harold. WA8 and the group KA9EES.
KA9EES, WA8ZJU, Marsha in Canton, Michigan. Good evening, everybody, on this beautiful Wednesday afternoon. I believe the high got up here, at least at the home QTH, of 81. That was about 5 o'clock, and now we're at 79, and I will take it. It's beautiful. In fact, I was mentioning on the pre-net that I fired up the air conditioning this afternoon. I kind of thought, well, it's a good thing to have it checked out anyway, so today's a good day to do it since it's so nice. I do have an appointment for middle of May to have the unit looked at and fine-tuned and all that kind of thing. I might need a little refrigerant, but it'll do the job for now anyway. But I'm just loving this. Next week it's going to cool down. Back to reality, folks. Anyway, other than that, just kind of a quiet day here and doing my usual emails and that kind of thing. I've got a Zoom meeting coming up tonight at 7:30 about Windows 11. So that ought to be interesting. Anyway, got a rambling on here, and Art, your antenna is doing great here in Canton. So I wouldn't worry about it if I were you. If you don't want to get a new antenna, you don't need to, at least to hear from Fort Wayne to Canton, Michigan. So anyway, back to you there, Ed, and thank you so much for doing the net. You're doing a fine job, and sorry for your radio woes during freenet. KA9EESWA8ZJU 73, y'all.
All right, 7-3, Marcia. Have fun at the meeting. And good hearing from you, and yeah, I like the way you put that. Back to reality. All right, well, let's see. It's 21 after. I said I was going to do a check at 20 after, so let's look around and see if anybody else would like to check into this fine net. Give KA9EES a call.
Whiskey Delta 8, Oscar Alpha Hotel.
WD8OAH number 32. Anybody else? I'm not hearing anybody else. Let's move on to Harold, KE8AVT, and then stand by Eric, K3ESL. KE8AVT the group, KE9EES.
This is Harold, KE8AVT in Waterford. Well, we finally got the income tax done, and so today was grind up the branches that I have picked up and parts out in the yard. So I spent about 2 hours out there grinding away and trimming the big pieces down into little pieces to take out, and got that all done for the day anyway. There's a lot more to do. And came in and basically kind of collapsed in the chair because I was tired. And with that, I'm going to turn it back to you, Ed. KA9EES. This is KE8AVT. I'll be listening.
Okay, Harold, I can understand tired. I haven't used a weed eater in 3 years. But I think tomorrow I'm going to break mine out and get it all strung. I've got a shoulder strap for it. And try to do some trimming around here. My balance sucks. But I think I might be able to do it up around the house. I don't know if I can do all 512 feet of fence, but at least I can get around the house. All right, up next we got Eric, Bloomfield Hills, and then stand by Brad in Hobart, Indiana. K3ESL and the group, K9EES.
K3ESL, middle of the week. So this morning I was out in the backyard admiring the plants that were coming up, and I managed to lean over in the wrong direction and poke myself square in the eye with a sharp stick, essentially. So I've been spending the day with my eye glued shut with painkillers and an ice pack, and it's been fine. Sitting outside, it's a real nice day from what I can see. I also learned by having to have my right eye closed that my left eye is actually blind, so I can't read anything, which is also good, so I have less work to do today. I'll be fine tomorrow. K3ESL back to KA9EES, 73, everyone.
Well, that's no fun. About 4 years ago, maybe 5, I bought an electric weed trimmer. And the thing I failed to, good thing I had glasses on, the thing I failed to realize, but not like a gasoline trimmer when you take your finger off the trigger, it stops almost immediately. This thing kept going, and for some silly reason, I lifted it up in the eye with it. Of course, I was wearing glasses, but it got my attention. So, hope the eye works out. That's no fun. Up next, it's Ed. KC9KRX in the group. KA9EES.
All right, KA9EES, KC9KRX. Good evening, Ed. Thanks for doing it here this evening. Good evening to all participating on the net. Hope everybody's doing okay. Last I checked, 82 degrees. I think we got a couple more days, then the bottom falls out, of course. But we're going to enjoy it while it lasts, and hope everybody else is enjoying the nice weather as well. Everybody's sounding good here, pretty much hearing everybody. I hope everybody's enjoying the nice weather as well this evening here. And well, that seems to kind of winds on down. Thanks for doing it, Ed. 73 to all. KA9EES, KC9KRX.
All right, Bradley. Good hearing from you. And yeah, we're all enjoying this weather. It's great. All right, let's take a look up Cadillac. WIV in the group, Whiskey and Vodka, KA9EES in the group.
Very good, Ed. KE9EES and the wonderful Wolverine. WBA, WYV, about 76 degrees here. Boy, it was a hot one today. Goes from winter to summer. And it might go back to fall next week. We'll see what happens. Well, my wife just brought in the Cadillac Evening News. My daughter picked up some copies at school. And our club president wrote a nice article for the newspaper. He's got photos and everything of some of the guys, including myself, operating. And we made the front page of the Cadillac Evening News here, hamming it up. Waxahachie, Missaukee Amateur Radio Club reports growing interest during last couple of years. And he's got a big story about it. It's really good. Of course, that's Lynn Kreiderman, WAUPB. That's his profession. He is a journalist. He's a writer. And has done some, he's got some famous clients, by the way. Anyway, he wrote this article, and they put it on the front page. I think it's April the 18th is International Amateur Radio Day, April 18th. So they ran this article. I don't think I'm going to have to do any kind of a follow-up article for the Ham Fest. I might give them something a week before or something, and as a reminder to people. But he included in that article the information about our Ham Fest and other club activities, including field day. So people, if they're interested, they're going to pick that up and see it and take a look. So that was pretty good. That was an excellent article. I read it. And so anyway, that's the story there. I think I don't know if you can go online and see it or not. I know you can, and I think it's free. It's like I said, it's on the front page and the second page. So I think that you can get that online. Anyway, I stayed home today. I was kind of tired. I've been kind of tired all day. Played radio. Worked a couple of guys in, I think, Hawaii and Russia on FT8, but that was about all. Was looking for a couple of countries that did not materialize. Well, they did, but they were working European, so that didn't do me any good. Band was not open. So, but the sunspot numbers are going up. I see they're at 119, and the K, I think, is down to 1. Solar flux is about 140, so that's a real good sign. We're on another uphill swing. So bands should be getting better and better, especially, you know, the upper HF bands like 10 and 15 and 12 and so on, even 6 meters. I'm waiting for 6 meters to open. Anyway, that was the story there. I had to take the dog to the vet this morning. Had his teeth cleaned, all 7 of them. I don't know if he lost any more or not. I didn't ask my wife, but of course, he's a teacup poodle and he's 15 years old, so you can understand why he doesn't have many teeth left. Anyhow, that was about it. I kind of played radio. I looked at my 20-meter antenna. Something's gone south. I think it's at the standoff there. It's not in the coax. I put a analyzer on the center conductor, and I'm not getting anything. So I'm gonna take a VTVM to it and see what's going on. I got a sneaking hunch it's burned out inside or busted or something. So we'll find out here shortly. With that, I'll say, all you wonderful Wolverines, have a great evening. Enjoy the warm weather, because next week it might not be that warm. And everybody take care. Back to net control, KA9EES, WB8, WYB, will be clear. Good evening.
Okay, Tom, thanks for the report. And the other information, I'm going to have to get an amplifier one of these days, or I'm going to have to get a better receiver, one of the two. Thanks for being there. Always good hearing from you. Up next, we got WB8 PFC Maury in Monroe, Michigan. And then we're going to take another look around and see who else would like to check into this wonderful net. WB8 PFC in a group, K9EES. How's it going, Maury? Well, I guess he ain't. Oh, in that case, let's take a look around and see if anybody else would like to check into this net.
Whiskey Oscar 8 Alpha.
Once out.
Whiskey Oscar 8 Alpha.
Kilo Delta 8, Hotel Tango Tango.
KD8 HTT, I got you. Anybody else?
Whiskey Ocean 8 Alpha.
WO8A, I got you. Anybody else? HTT, you're 33. O8A, you're 34. Anybody else? All right, then. Up next, we got John in Columbia City. That's W9WN, and then stand by Greg in Southwest Michigan. W9WN in a group, K9EES.
K9EES and the Wolverine single sideband net. Here is W9WN. Well, good evening, Ed. Good evening, everybody on the net, and thanks for doing the net this evening. Hopefully you're hearing me all right. I'm just on one of the high towers. I've got the west tower down for a little repair work, and hopefully I get that done here in the next few days or so. It's one of those things, you know, you just don't know how much work is going to be involved until you actually get right down to it. But at least it's sitting over on a couple of sawhorses, so it's right down there where I can work with it. Well, I managed to ship my Hickok tube tester off to a guy that wanted that on QTH.com, and I wished I'd have had 100 of those. I had guys like a feeding frenzy after I put that thing on there. I think I probably sold it too cheap, but I don't know. I had use of it all those years, and I don't think I'm probably going to test any tubes from here on out that I can think of. So that was an expensive thing to ship, though, because it was kind of oversized. I packed it really good. And, I use the post office, but they've got if you ship something that's more than 22 inches long, they put a surcharge on it. They don't tell you that until you get up there. But I guess it wasn't too bad going to Virginia. Well, Ed, I think you've got a rotator there that has elevation in it. I wonder which one you're using. You might comment on that. I'm pretty sure you have a setup like that. I'm thinking about it here. So I guess that's it from me. So we'll say 7-3, and thanks again for doing the net. KA9EES and the Wolverine single sideband net, W9WN. Good evening.
Hey, John. I'm using a Yaesu, the G5500 DC. They're not cheap, but they're good. And then to get my satellite tracking with my computer, I found an LVB tracker for about $100. And I guess I got about $850 and all that. Just I bought my stuff, and I didn't buy the LVB tracker new, but I bought the Yaesu rotator new. You know, and if you're patient, you can find those cheaper. I'm not going to say they're going to be cheap used. There's two different ones. There's an AC version and a DC version. The older version is an AC. I think they work just as fine. They just, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago, I think they changed them. Works really well. Anyway, all right. Up next, we got KA-CGS. And then stand by. I am. KA-CGS in the group, KA9EES. How's it going, Greg?
Hey, Ed. Greg here, KA-CGS, and good afternoon to everybody on the Wolverine Net. And I assume everybody's weather is as good as it is here, 76 and almost ideally perfect. So I'm actually suffering now. I'm going to really suffer tonight. I just did work all day. My friend's pontoon boat in my driveway, and I got all the transducers mounted, had to take half the capsize, or actually half the boat, the pontoon boat, completely off, and go get new stainless fittings, and the transom I had to take off the back plate, not the structural part, and had to rivet all that back in, but I got all the transducer lines all pulled underneath the boat all nice, and then worked up underneath the dash and all electronics and got it all wired in, and I'm not used to that. So I'm going to be one sore dude, and it's going to be a good pain. So Ed, sounding great, and couldn't handle your 7300. Had to get back on the flex. Hi. Anyway, it's Craig. Love everybody out there. KA-CGS, back to net.
You've had quite a day. Yep, like you said, it's going to be a good pain. It feels good when you're active all day doing work and whatever, and you know, in the evening you're sore, but it's a good sore. And yeah, I just couldn't handle the fever in that 7300. It just wasn't working for me. I like the way it operates, but I don't like the receiver in it. Transmitter sounds great, but that's as far as that goes. Anyway, it's a backup rig, so I'll quit doing that on the net. All right, up next is Sam. I am our great net manager, and then stand by Deal in No Place. NAXUY in the group, KA9EES. Sam's having supper. Oh, let's go to Neil. K9CTB in the group, KA9EES.
Hey, good evening, Ed. KA9EES and the wonderful Wolverine single sideband net. My gum. It sure is good to hear everybody. And Ed, that flex sounds wonderful here in Indianapolis. I don't know what happened early, about 1700 my time. I couldn't hear anybody. All I got was noise, and noise blanker didn't do it. Noise reduction didn't do it. I pushed every button I could, and nothing happened. I started out the contact, the Omni 7, and nobody. I think I heard Greg and Jeff. Of course, Jeff blasted in here, but nobody else. So I didn't know what to do. Well, I switched over to the ICOM. This is the 746 Pro, and within the 30 minutes that I was furniture throwing mad at the station, things got better. So, and pretty soon I was hearing almost everybody. And so whatever it is, conditions were not the best. But they're getting better. Temperature topped out at 77 degrees here in Indianapolis, and now it's 76, and I think it's going to go down for the evening. I did a little bit of yard work today, not near as much as I need. Found my battery for my over-the-shoulder weed whacker, and I'll take that out tomorrow and try to finish up. That's a never-ending job now that it's getting warmer. Ed, thanks so much for having me aboard. Sure is good to hear all the Wolverines out there, and looking forward to hearing everybody soon. I have to duck out of here at about 7 o'clock for a commitment I made. I'll be smarter next time. Thanks for everything, Ed. Good to hear you. Good to hear everybody else. 73 yourself and 73 the net. God bless. K9EES and Company. K9CTB.
I switched over from the 7300 to the Flex, and when I came back up on the Flex, the way I had it configured, I just thought the band was in really bad shape, and then like I said before, all of a sudden that logger starts populating itself, and I'm thinking, something ain't right. So anyway, I made some changes, and here I am again. Good hearing from you, Neil. All right. Up next is one of our premier net controllers, Sean, and he's in Fort Gratiot. So N8SOB in the group, KA9EES.
All right, Ed, KA9EES from N8SOB. Well, good evening to one and all here assembled on the wonderful Wolverine single sideband this evening. Currently sitting at 79.7 degrees, and we did hit a high of 81.3. So what a beautiful, sunny, warm day, nice breeze. And, man, definitely can get used to this, but we're not going to. Other than that, I had a good hump day at work, can't complain, and now I've just been kicking back in my chair here, and me and the kiddo watching some old the Simpsons shows here, so, and kind of listening to the net. But, yeah, other than that, that's about all I got. Definitely, man, got a great list going here for Wednesday night. See that you got my buddy Mark on there, WO8A. Good evening there, Mark. Hope all is well in Waverly, Ohio. And we also had PFC, old, was he on here, WBA PFC? Oh, yeah, he was 10. He was probably sleeping. That guy, he's something else. So, and a good evening to Neil there, riding shotgun on the remote. Good to hear him as well. Other than that, just kicking back, listening, and messing around with the 2-meter, and got some TV going on. So, thanks for picking me up there, Ed. Doing a great job like always, bud. KA9EES. This is N8SOB. Thanks, Ed. Have a good night, buddy.
You too, Sean. Have fun playing with that new 2980. Too bad they don't make a UHF version of that. I'd have both of them. Anyway, thanks for the help, and that remote of yours is sounding really good. The YouTube is sounding really good, and I think I'll just let you carry that on. I'm not going to mess with it. All right, up next. Oh, wait a minute. Time to check around. Let's take a look around, see if anybody else would like to check into the Wolverine Net. Give KA9EES a call.
KA9EES, here's W1 God Bless America.
W1 GBA, you're number 35. Anybody else?
WD8INW.
George, WD8INW, I got you. Anybody else?
W1 God Bless America.
I got you, GBA. God bless America. I got you. Anybody else? Boy, George, you're late.
I tried a couple times, and by the time I came downstairs, you moved on. WD8INW.
All right, you're number 36. All right, let's see here. Up next, we got N2CT. That's Bill in Bath, New York, and then stand by our friend to the north and one of our release net controls, V3KUZ. N2CT and the group, K9EES. How's it going, Bill?
Well, good evening there, Ed, and say hello there. Sean was just on there. Hello, Sean. We're doing pretty good here. Not as warm as it was out there when Sean was reporting. I got 72 degrees here right now. It was as high as 78. Sun is shining nice here, and like it's a nice breeze, and it feels good to have a warm breeze. So, other than that, it's not that bad for April here. I'm really surprised. Usually April is not this nice. That's why I usually call it semi-winter. But this is a truly spring April. So everybody's doing good there. Signals are coming up here. So good. Thanks for doing the net there, Ed. So KA9EES, this is November 2, Charlie Tango, back to you.
Okay, Bill. N2CT in the group, KA9EES. I didn't get a word of that, but I did hear you call me at the end of the transmission. Thank you so much for being there. All right, up next is Bob in Windsor, Ontario, V3KUZ, and then stand by Eric in Blanchardville. V3KUZ in the group, K9EES.
Oh, hello, Ed, and hello to the Wolverines out there. This is V3KUZ, Bob here in Windsor, and it seems like maybe we had the warmest temperatures here today, because it was just shy of 85 degrees here, and it's still 81 degrees outside, so it's a very nice day, nice and sunny. Of course, today being the nicest day was the day I had to stay inside, and I was working on he's more like family. He's my son, one of my son's best friends, and I've known this young man for 30 years. And he had a problem with his house. He had a roof leak, and some of the ceilings collapsed in the house. The plaster and lath came apart, so I was over there ripping down ceilings today. And for those of you who've ever done that, ripping down old plaster and lath with insulation on top, it's not a fun job. It's certainly not a clean job, and when it's nice and toasty outside, it's not a great day to do it, but hey, you got to do it, and yeah, we're all cleaned up now, but I've forgotten just how bad it can be. Anyway, that's about it. That kept me pretty busy all day. I come home, got cleaned up, and got on the net here. So, yeah, sounds like everybody's having a great day, and yeah, we're enjoying it too. So I guess that's about it from this end, Ed. Thanks for doing the net. Always appreciate it. KA9EES. This is VE3KUZ, Bob in Windsor.
I don't envy you any, I can tell you that. Nothing worse than pulling down glass and plaster and insulation along with it. Ugh. I itch just thinking about it, even if it's cellulose. So I'm glad you're all cleaned up and hopefully cooled off. We'll see you tomorrow. Up next, we got KD9RNA, and then stand by Ray down Collierville. KD9RNA in the group, KA9EES.
KA9EES, this is KD9RNA. Hey, thanks for getting me in here tonight, Ed, and what a wonderful day here in Wisconsin. It is 82 degrees and sunny, and I hope some of you folks are getting the same kind of weather. It's just absolutely gorgeous out. Did a little work around the house today and did my best to support Diane with what she's got going on in her life, and pretty much just a quiet day around here, not a lot going on. Did make a trip to Costco, and no, we weren't shopping for a casket, but you know, might as well look around and see what you can do, right? Anyhow, I'll keep it short tonight. Got a few things to do yet today, so I'll send it back over to you, Ed. KA9EES, this is KD9RNA. Back to net.
Yeah, we're really sorry to hear about that, Eric. Give you both our condolences. Take care. Thanks for being there this evening. All right, up next we got KJ4 Small Block Chevy, and then stand by Mobile down in Ergold, Arkansas. That's W5MOE. KJ4 SBC in the group, KA9EES. Are you with us, Ray? All right, let's move on. W5MOE in the group, KA9EES. Are you with us, Mo? Is there something I said? All right, let's move on again. Let's see if my buddy George up in Lombard's around. WA9UJR in the group, KA9EES.
KA9EES, this is WA9UJR. Still kicking around here. Good evening, Ed. All Wolverine. Thanks for picking me up. Gorgeous day here today. 82 degrees, and lunch with the boys at the large-scale train club. I watched them work while I drank coffee and provided adult supervision. My normal job these days. Got home and I had to order a new keyboard for my laptop. The one that was on there did not take kindly to a little brooch of Chardonnay, so we got a new one, and by golly, I got that thing installed and hooked up, and the machine is up and working again, which is great. Don't have to run out and buy a new laptop. So other than that, beautiful day. Supposed to be nice again here tomorrow. Got some outside things to clean up a little bit, kind of clean the deck up a little if I can, and a few other things. So before the rains come on Saturday, but boy, beautiful couple of days, and I think we got really 2 more. So take care. Everybody have a great evening. Stay safe, and we'll catch you down the road. K9EES. This is WA9UJR 73's over.
All right, George. Well, I'm glad you provided that adult supervision to the large railroad club. I just got new connection to the track for my G-scale. The old connector, which is a tiny little thing, wasn't making connection anymore, so I bought a new one. And that thing is a good solid connection, so my train won't stop halfway around the clock for the track. Anyway, good hearing from you. Up next is KD9TYO. That's Jim in Clover, Wisconsin, and then stand by Neil in Bedford, New Hampshire. KD9TYO in the group, KA9EES. How's it going,
Yeah, this is KD9TYO here out in the Central Sands, Wisconsin.
But today, with the prevalent high winds we've been getting and the open farming fields to myself, it feels like the dust bowl days have arrived. But other than that, I'm working with the kids today. We set up a QRP outside, and we had a lot of fun doing it and trying to make contacts during the noon hour on 40 and 20. Wasn't going too well, but we did manage to pick up people, but we couldn't make a solid contact back. So, when I got home, it's just been about as weird over here, too, so I'm not sure what's going on. But anyways, I hope you're hearing me okay. So this is KD9TYO. I'm going to send it back to you, KA9EES.
Okay, Jim, very good. Well, at least you gave it the old college try, you know, doing a little QRP. To me, anything less than 500 watts is QRP. Anyway, good hearing from you. All right, up next we got Neil in Bedford, New Hampshire, NB9D, and then stand by Tom and Yale, N8 Irv, NB9D in the group, KA9EES. How's it going, Neil?
Hey, Ed, KA9EES. This is November Bravo 9 Delta, Neil in Bedford, New Hampshire, on the N8SOB world famous internet link, and we're remote link. Well, we're having a good day today. Got to take our dog on a few nice walks today. Saw a bunch of our dog friends, and spent the rest of the time working on a few AI related things here and there, and just having a lot of fun along the way. I encourage you to check out our YouTube channel. We do have a link to our YouTube channel on our QRZ page. And, well, I guess that's about it for now. And really great to hear everyone out here. And let's wishing Sean's mom a happy birthday tomorrow. Yes, our mom, her birthday is next month. So we most certainly will not forget it for the world. And with that, we'll send it back to Net Control, KA9EES, NB9D. Thank you.
Okay, very good, Neil. And now we can all say happy birthday tomorrow to Sean's mom. Very good. You're sounding really good through his remote. It's doing a good job, and I'll check out that link on your QRZ page. All right, up next we got N8ERV. That's Tom in Hill, Michigan, otherwise known as Irv. And then I think I'll look around again for check-ins and see if anybody else would like to check in. N8ERV in the group, KA9EES.
KA9EES, N8ERV. Well, thank you there, Edward, for introducing me to the net tonight. Got a really good bunch here. I'm watching a little bit of satellite stuff tonight. They're announcing breaking news that North Korea has launched what appears to be a ballistic missile. Oh boy. I hope the Rocket Man is not starting stuff. They got so much stuff going on over there. I would hate to see them people get any more trouble than they're in. Says it may be heading towards Japan. That ought to start a stink. Anyway, that's political stuff I guess we can't control. On the lighter side, I'm looking over here at my other monitor, and I'm looking at the Sault Ste. Marie on YouTube. All is working well up there. It's quiet. They got one in the locks now. He's doing the down button, which means he come in from a superior, and they have to lower him down something like 21 feet to cut him loose in Lake Huron. They're rolling pretty good up there. You know, they're bringing all that ore down into Detroit area. I guess they make very, very good money at doing that. I never see anybody out there fishing off the side of the boat, though. That means they'd be having too much fun. And I guess they're going to modify it. The old locks that were north of that, they were the smaller locks from many, many, many years ago. I guess they're going to start tearing that all out and making one great big wide lock so they can push more boats through faster. That's our illustrious government doing that. But a couple people told me they've been up there, and it's quite a show to see, not to mention some of the restaurants and stuff up there and for food. So everybody keeps trying to talk to me, and you watch them on YouTube all the time. Why don't you go up there? I said, look at the money on gas I'm saving. So with that, Ed, you're doing good. Actually, your signal's coming up a little bit. I don't know if you got the phone book out and set it on the chair and then sat on the phone book, but you sound better now. With that, I think Rusty's out there too. I kept thinking, where's Rusty? Says, you know, Taz and DSJ have gone on a trip. Well, you get in all kinds of trouble, but I guess he didn't show up till late. And it sounded like he was running that Atlas radio thing again. So, good evening to everybody on the net. And Rusty, good evening to you too. And 8ERV back to net control. KA9EES and ADRV.
Okay, Tom. Well, I hope North Korea was just practicing. They've been doing that a lot lately. And I don't think Rusty's still here. He was in and out a while ago. You know, it's always good to hear from you. It's time to take a look around and see if anybody else would give KA9EES a call. Recheck.
Whiskey Bravo 9 Victor Golf Oscar.
Bob, VGO, I got you 37. Who else? I heard the recheck.
WB8BHK. Oscar X-Ray Hotel.
Oh, Bob, I got you in N8BCF. Who else?
Kilo Bravo 3 Oscar X-Ray Hotel.
Did I hear Foxtrot X-Ray Hotel?
Whiskey Bravo 8 Bravo Hotel Kilo.
Bravo Hotel Kilo, hang on just a second. Who was the other one?
Kilo Bravo 3 Oscar X-Ray Hotel.
Oh, OXH, I got you. KB3 OXH. EHK, give me your prefix again. Bravo Hotel Kilo, give me your prefix,
8,
please.
Bravo Hotel Kilo.
I doubled with you. Say again.
Whiskey Bravo 8.
Okay, thank you, WBABHK. Anybody else?
WB0RMN.
WB0RMN. Larry, you want to be in and out?
In and out, thanks.
All right. Thanks for being there. Thanks for checking in. Anybody else? All right, let's see. Bob VGO, you're 37. Bob BCF, you're 38. OXH, you're 39. BHK, you're number 40. And Larry's 41 in and out. All right. Let's go back to the list here. And next up will be Donnie down in Clarksville, Tennessee. AK4EKK in the group, KA9EES. Are you still with us, Donnie?
Oh, yeah. This is the first time I've been able to hear everybody. I don't know if that's my antenna or we actually got static that bad. This is Kilo 4 Echo, Kilo. Yeah, everybody sounded mighty good coming in here tonight. And we haven't done a whole bunch. I took the yard today. And I got to go over to my mother-in-law's to work over there from tomorrow. But besides that, I'm just sitting back chilling. KK4 Echo, KK, back over to you.
Okay, Donnie. I hear you a whole lot better. The van's been in pretty bad shape. It's been good hearing from you, and thanks for being there. I just thought of something. Who was the recheck? Somebody did a recheck. Who was the recheck?
KJ4 SBC.
Okay, Eric. Ray, go ahead.
EES and the group. This is Kilo Juliet 4, Sierra Bravo Charlie, way down here in Charlieville. 77 degrees. Got a little bit sunburst today out there working in the backyard, but hey, we are surviving. Still got some more work to do out there. I should be able to get that thing finished up tomorrow and be done with it. And then I got to pour some concrete in the front yard, and then I can start working on the new antenna. Other than that, not a whole lot going on, so we go say hello to all the Wolverines up there. Everybody's starting to sound good a little bit. So appreciate you getting us in here. 73 to all. Have a great evening. This is Kilo Juliet 4, Sierra Bravo Charlie. Going to turn back over to KNIEES and the group. Thank you, Mr. Ed.
All right. Have fun getting that new antenna up and going. You're sounding pretty good. You're sounding pretty good here in East Central Illinois, so good hearing from you. Up next, we got WD8OAH. And let's see, George, you still in Michigan, or are you are you down in Tennessee? K9EES in the group.
Okay, thanks a lot, Ed. K89EES and wonderful Wolverine Net. This is WD8OAH, and I'm glad I could get in tonight. Last night was the first time I could hear too many, hear too much going on in the net here from Central Tennessee. So I got 2 more weeks here in Tennessee, and then I'm going back to Michigan for the summer and fall, and I'll be back down here in November again. So, but the bend has been really nasty over the last 3 weeks, I guess, or so. I'll leave it a month. S9, S10 noise levels, and terrible, but just a couple days ago she started straightening right up, so anyway, glad to get in. Thanks, Ed, for letting me in, and the other guy from Tennessee, no, it ain't your antenna. It was that doggone noise level. That thing's been crazy for the last 2-3 weeks, so anyway, thanks, Ed. K89EES, WD8OAH.
All right, George, good hearing from you, and thanks for the information, I'm sure. Anyway, I'll be asking the same questions next week, I bet. Really good hearing from you. All right, let's see. We got, next is Dan in Madison Heights, AD8HTT, and then stand by Mark in Waverly, Ohio. 88HTT in the group, KA9EES.
Oh, thank you very much. Yep, band's kind of coming around. Been a little difficult. This is KD8HTT, Dan over in Madison Heights, southeastern Lower Michigan. We're, what a day. 85 degrees. Oh, yeah, I can't wait. I like it this way all year long, but that's not going to happen in Michigan, but such is life. We'll get over it. But anyhow, yep, thanks for having me on. I appreciate it. We are messing around with some RF tubes here. I got a friend that possibly wants to buy some 811 tubes, so we are getting a few of those together for his ham radio amplifier project, so hopefully that'll work out. But other than that, just listening to the net, and I appreciate you doing it. I'll send it back to you. Yeah, you got quite a few there. You got over 40, so that's a good net. All right, good enough. Thanks again. KD8HTT, back to net control.
Okay, Dan. Really good hearing from you. Yeah, the band has just been awful today, especially. High noise level. My noise level is about 10 dB higher than it normally is. Having to play with my AGC timing, or excuse me, threshold, and general not good. Anyway, thanks for being there. Up next, we got Mark in Waverly, Ohio. That's W08A, and then stand by David in Kettering. W1, God Bless America. W08A in the group, KA9EES.
KA9EES. This is W08A, Mark here in Waverly, Ohio. And yeah, I just fired up this doublet again while that's been going on. I hooked it back up and checking it out a little bit. It seems to be taking power all right. I don't hear any noises or anything cracking around. It's not perfect, but something I can hear better on. Like you guys said, I was just switching back and forth a little bit. I need to put a new coax connector on it. And I'm glad that's what it was, because I got that. Yeah, this thing's fed with that hard line all the way down to from the antenna, the tower to the house. I mean, it's that great big cable stuff. It's that big stuff, you know, that's hard as a rock. The cable company uses. It's real expensive, I know that. It's supposed to be hardly any loss, but that's good because it's got a long run. But anyway, the good news is it was in the shack. My connector's here, apparently, because I can hear pretty good, Ed. And that's a good news there to me. Thanks for doing the net. I appreciate it. Everyone sounds great, and that's good. Usually I'm on a loop, but this seems to be a little bit quieter than the loop tonight. I don't know, weird conditions. Whiskey Oscar 8 Alpha, back to you, sir.
All right, Mark. I'll tell you what. It sounds really good here. I hear somebody out in my yard with a... there's a chainsaw out there. Wonder what's it going. I don't know who it is. I'll have to open the window and take a look. But anyway, that thing sounded really good. Thank you for being there. Up next is W1, God Bless America. That's David and Carrie in Kettering. And then stand by George up in Clarkston, Michigan, WD8INW. W1, GBA in the group, KA9EES. I think I lost him. David, are you with us? Well, George, I know you're there. Uh-oh. WD8INW in the group, KA9EES.
KA9EES, WD8INW, George in Clarkston, Michigan. I was going to make you wait for a minute. I thought, no, I better not do that. He might pick it up and I'll miss out on my turn. So anyway, beautiful day and not a whole lot going on. I got to check on the ball game and see how the Tigers are doing. They were supposed to start at 7:07 tonight, so they've not been doing well lately at all. So anyway, just say good evening to everybody and give it back to you. KA9EES, WD8INW.
Hello, George. I DQ you.
I think I coupled with you a little bit. I thought I'd muted. It's not a chainsaw. It's my son-in-law out there with a weed whacker. I guess I won't be doing that tomorrow. George, thanks for being there. Always good to hear from you. And yeah, you don't want to wait too long. I'll move on. All right, up next we got Bob up in Downers Grove, then stand by the other Bob down Norcross, Georgia. WB9, VGON, the group.
Okay, thank you, Ed. Very good evening to you, and good evening to everyone on the wonderful Wolverine single sideband net from Downers Grove, Illinois, where we had a beautiful day, sunny skies, and in fact, the temperature's still 76 degrees. We had a high of 78. Just some ideal weather. Not too bad. Low humidity, which is good, because when it starts getting warm and that humidity pops up, it makes it a little more difficult to work outside. But going to be pacing myself more this year. Won't have to do things after work. Could do it early in the morning and late in the evening, or not in the evening. Just do it early in the morning. That'll make things a little bit better. Won't have to wait for weekends to mow the lawn or things like that. So that's pretty much it from Downers Grove. Thank you for picking me up there, Ed. You take care. Yeah, band conditions are a little tough, but That's just the nature of the beast, I guess, at this time of day. So 73 KA9EES WB9VGO.
Okay, Bob. Yeah, everybody's been complaining about the same weather today. And the band has picked up. I mean, the signals that I see on the band are stronger than they were earlier. Of course, you always sound really good down here. We got kind of a pipeline going. Okay, up next we got N8BCF. That's Bob down in Norcross, Georgia, and then Stan Bill in New Cumberland, West Virginia. N8BCF in the group, KA9EES.
Yeah, good evening there, Ed. KA9EES from November 8 Bravo, Charlie Foxtrot, Bob, Norcross, Georgia. And just real quick there, Ed, KJ Force, Bob Rock Chevy, he is in there on a week check. I don't know if you heard him on the last time he picked stations up, but Ray is out there on the week check. So he's standing by, but good evening, everybody. And Ed, I think I'm going to start nicknaming 35 meters. I'm going to nickname it the Vampire Band. Because, when the sun goes down, vampires wake up and come out. And that's what happens in 75. The sun goes down and it comes alive. I think from the time that you started till now, I could not hear direct or SDR at the start of the net. And I got you direct and some other people. And the SDR's coming alive. And they said the sun's going down and people are starting to come out of the noise. So anyway, not much new to report tonight. Just sort of maintaining on even keel right now. Still waiting to hear some things about work and see how that's going to transpire. And like I said, just moving along. Not really going up, down, or otherwise, just going day to day right now. So beautiful day down here. Got up to the mid to upper 70s. A lot of sunshine, blue sky. More like what we expect down here in the south. That's why I came down here for this kind of weather. So, anyways, so I say, Thursday, everybody. Y'all have a great night. Good to hear you, Ed. Thanks for picking me up. And we're going to send it back to you. KA9EES from N8BCF.
All right, Bob. Glad things are on an even keel. And you're able to just take it day by day and not have great worries. I mean, we all have worries, but you understand. He's sounding good up here now, and yeah, this band, when we started, it was just dead. I didn't see anything on the waterfall, and of course, I started on the 7300. I just can't listen to the receiver in that thing. I'm going to keep it because it's backup, but boy, I don't like using it. All right, thanks for being there. Up next, we got KB3OXH. That's Virginia, and then Herb in Mount Gilead, Ohio. That's WB8 Bravo Hotel Kilo. KB3OXH and the group. K9EES. How's it going, Bill?
KA9EES from KB3OXH. Well, good evening, Ed. Everyone here on the Wolverine Net. Let's see, I've got 74 degrees here in the northern panhandle of West Virginia this evening. It got up to 83 today. Beautiful, sunny day. Just looking forward to some 2-meter net here later this evening. And, just listening along. So great net going tonight, Ed. Got a decent signal coming in here, but there's a lot of noise tonight. KA9EES from KB3OXH. Back to the net.
All right, well, I'll tell you what. Enjoy the 2-meter net. I get done on this, I'll probably end up on I got company, so I may not even make it back on the radio this evening. Thanks for being there. All right, last but certainly not least, we got WB8 BHK Bravo Hotel Kilo in Mount Gilead, Ohio. Herb, how's it going? KA9EES in the group.
Yeah, very good evening, Ed, to you and everybody else on the net tonight. Looks like I'm not last. WB0RMN is on the net logger after me, Larry, in Plymouth. Kind of my old stomping grounds. Used to live in Redford Township for a few years. Anyway, down here in Ohio is a beautiful sunny day. Worked a half a day today, and then just spent some time with the wife. Went out to dinner with some good friends, ham radio friends, as a matter of fact. Known them for about 35 years here in the central Ohio area, and enjoyed a nice visit with them this evening. And checking in on the net, and gonna call it quits here, and head on back in the house. The shack is out in the garage, and just gonna go on in and call it a day. Doing a fine job there, Ed, and sounds real good. You're like 15-20 over 9 here into central Ohio. Nothing else going on here. Nothing exciting. KA9 Echo Sierra WB8 BHK, over.
Okay, very good, Herb. Well, I say you were last on the list because Larry checked it out. So, and you've got a nice signal in here too. You're broadside to my antenna, and what I end up is I've got a knoll up north of me somewhere, and not everybody comes in real loud that way. But by this time of the evening, I can generally hear everybody, regardless of signal strength, at least understand them. Thanks for being there. All right, that brings me down to the last of the list. I want to take a look around and see if anybody else would like to check in this wonderful net before I close her down.
Here's NAGQU. Alpha Juliet 0 with the X-ray mobile. November 8, Delta, Quebec United.
DQE, who was the mobile?
Alpha Juliet 0 with the X-ray, KJ0WS mobile.
All right, your mobile, go right ahead.
Yep, just figured I'd check in and see how my mobile antenna's doing. It's really hard to tune, so it sounds like I got it just right. I'm on the way to my local ham club meeting, so just figured I'd check in on the way. With that, back to that, KJ0WS.
All right, very good, Andy. You're about an S8, so I wasn't having any trouble hearing you. And thanks for being there. Have a good meeting tonight. All right, who else? DQU. Give me your prefix.
November 8, Delta, Quebec United. November 8, DQU. Jim in Hale, Michigan. Been a while.
Okay, Jim. Who else was out there?
Down in a tangle and up in the air where it belongs. And lo and behold, it's tuned pretty nice right here. So we wanted to come back and reestablish our friendship, if you will. NAGQU in Hale, Michigan. Name's Jim.
Okay, Jim. Thanks for being there. Andy, give me your call in again for me, EDO. Yeah, KI5, EDO, got you. An AJ0WX, anybody else? All right, let's see. Jim, was that all you had?
Yep, just wanted to check in, put me on your list. I'll be listening for a little while, and then I'll be gone around 8:30.
All right, I think we're just about done. You would be up next if you want to finish it out.
Well, it's been a long time. I used to call in that years back, but between my failing health and my equipment failures here, we're just starting to get her back together. Got a tower up about 50 feet now. Got an end-fit long wire, which I'm talking on now, and I got some 2-meter stuff even higher than that. So we're getting ready to get my amplifier repaired, and maybe we can come back more often. NAGQU back to net. Thanks so much, guys.
Okay, Alan, very good. What is your number?
My what number? Number 1071, I think.
Say again?
What number are you looking for?
Your membership number in the Wolverine Net?
Either 51672 or 1071.
Okay, very good. Let's see, thanks for being there. AI5EDO. Eddie, down Batesville, Arkansas. Take her away.
Hey, thanks for getting me in. This is AI5EDO. I'm a little noisy tonight here. Just wanted to get on your list. We had a beautiful spring day here in the foothills of the Ozarks, which you guys could have enjoyed it with us. But 73 all. I'll be clear back to you. AI5EDO.
All right, Eddie. You're sounding good from Arkansas. No trouble hearing you at all. Well, that brings me to the end of the list again. Anybody else out there want to check in?
Yeah, which number was it? 1071?
I don't think it's 1071. The highest number we have now is in the sixes.
They must have started over. I've been a member a long time.
Okay, well, I'll check on it. I'll make a note here and check on it, and I'll look on the website and see what it is and get it filled in. Because your call should be listed on the website.
Comment.
Go ahead.
And I don't really want to make this comment, but I'll pass it along to everybody on the Wolverine Sidebed Net. I am monitoring NHK World out of Japan, which is their new agency on a satellite dish. And they've locked the channel down, saying several missiles have been launched from Korean ballistic missiles, and there's a thing going across the bottom, and I don't know how true it is, but I hope it ain't. They're warning people in the Hokkaido area, that's the northern tip of Japan, to take cover if you have underground protection areas. You should be headed for that now. And they're saying that there's ballistic missiles launched from North Korea. They're watching. I can see it on the the cities and stuff in the background, but it isn't showing anything hit there. But it ain't good news. I thought I'd pass it along, and I'm on. I'm on AMC number 1. And I get it's actually NHK World. You might, if you've got internet stuff, you probably can get to it. And I can't tell you what everything on the screen says because it's in Japanese. But anyway, there's the message, closing of the net. Thank you there, EDW. I don't know if anybody really cares, but this ought to definitely start a pickle over there. NADRV.
Okay, I think you were doubling with somebody. I'm not sure. Might have been coming from your background, or thanks a bunch. All right, anybody else wants to check into the Wolverine single sideband net before I close her out?
November Delta 7 Japan, ND7J.
ND7J, anybody else?
Kilo Delta 9, Juliet Bravo Tango.
Juliet Bravo Tango, I got you. Anybody else? ND7J, take her away, sir.
Hey, good evening, everybody up there in Wolverine World. This is Bob, ND7J, down North Carolina. I don't get to check in as much as I'd like to, but had a minute tonight. I hope everybody's doing well. We got 69 degrees right now. It was about 80 earlier today, so the weather's here. Hope y'all are doing well. November Delta 7 Japan, 73.
All right, very good. You're sounding really good from North Carolina. Good hearing you, Bob. All right, Kilo Delta 9, Juliet Bravo Tango. Take her away.
Hey, this is Kilo Delta 9, Juliet Bravo Tango. My name here is Rob. I'm in Lyons, Illinois, a few miles west of Chicago. And we got up to about 83 today there. I try to check into this net when I can there, but that nasty W word called work there sometimes prevents me from doing that there. But, enjoying the next couple days and before it dips down again. And, that's about it. Everybody stay cool and then stay warm after that.
Okay, Rob. Well, good that you were able to check in. And, yeah, I gave up work for Lent. 5 years ago. Let's see, how long have I been retired? I retired January 1st, 2016. So, I guess it's been 7 years. I never could count, though. Thanks for being there. Again, we're at the end of the list. Anybody else like to check in before I call her a night? All right, well, I'm going to call that a night then. And, let's see, DQU, you're member number 353.
353, all right, thank you.
Welcome. You can thank Bob, B3KUZ, he checked on that for me. I've got you in the log, so you'll be there in perpetuity or till this computer quits.
Hey, all right, well, I'll be coming back now that I got an antenna up and I'm working on the rest of my equipment. I'll start getting more frequent.
All right, very good. Well, listen, glad that you're coming back and getting things going there, and again, we'll be looking for you next time. I'll be here. I'm here every Wednesday night unless I tell somebody I'm not going to be here. All right, I'm going to call that an evening. I want to thank everybody that has checked in. It's been a wonderful experience. It always is. And I'll try to do better next time. Thanks to everybody. KA9EES, turning this frequency back to Abbey normal use.
Great job, Ed. Have a good evening, KHCGF.
Thanks a bunch. And if Taz is listening, I'll email him the list.
What happened?
You're late. Too late.
Oh, man.
It's closed and finalized for the evening, but it's nice hearing from you.
Day late, dollar short, as they say.
I'm only $1 short? All right.
Yeah, well, you can't get much for $1 anymore, so that's the new penny.
That's what I was going to say.
I've been buying stainless steel screws, bolts, washers for 6 trips to the hardware store in the last 3 days, and it's insane. A nut for like a ½ inch stainless steel bolt in a box, just a nut was $17.
Holy moly. Night, Ed.
Good night, everybody on the Wolverine. It's Greg, K8CGS, and I'm clear. Good night, guys.
Later on, Greg. K88UGB.
Good night, John Boy.
W2CHN testing.
Well, I think your test was successful. N8ERV.
N8ERV, are you still on frequency?
What would give you that idea?
I heard you respond a minute or two ago to a person and who was testing, and I just got off my roof. I was working on my antenna, so I just wanted to make sure the radio is still functional.
Oh yeah, you're like 20 over. When you were on the roof, did you see any missiles flying overhead?
I did not see any missiles, but there were a few birds. I did see some contrails way up there.
Is this SUY?
N8XUY, for sure.
I thought I recognized the voice. Yeah, you sound really, really, really good. And I hope my message didn't bum everybody out there, but I'm locked in on a satellite dish, AMC1, old hobby I had, and they still do a couple, like 7 different channels on there you can watch in English. Right now it's all locked down. That they're saying that there was a missile launch from North Korea, but they figured it landed in the sea now, so. But they're still calling it breaking news, and they're still telling people that live in that region to hide.
Yeah, Rocket Man seems to do that periodically. He has to shoot off a missile. I don't know what the heck's going to happen with that guy, but, when I think of the world in general, it's a really interesting place. So, yep, I'm off the roof. I'll have to go back and do some more work on the antenna tomorrow. My dipole has a droop in it, a big, like, little droop, but I'll fix that tomorrow.
Well, very good. Yeah, we did a little work in my backyard Monday. That big ash tree that came down kind of yanked on my loop. But we were happy to find out that apparently when I shot that with a bow and arrow many years ago, I went through one limb on the tree that fell and up over another one that's still up there, so it's still up there. Just gonna have to put a tagline on it down here somewhere to keep it out of the way. That way I won't get choked to death if I'm out on grass.
I've been using a thing called the dummy launcher.
All the way, and I got a guy over there at the hardware store that wants the wood for
the dummy launcher is
got one of them boiler heaters. I said, come get it.
And you connect a fishing line to it. It'll go up a couple 100 feet in the air and out about 600 feet. And it works okay. It's not as good as Sean's drone, okay? Not as good as the drone.
Well, he's made me an offer. He'd come up here and help me and bring his drone and his fishing pole along. So we may get to that yet.
I would accept that offer. That sounds like he knows what he's doing with that thing, and I think it makes work a lot easier. But hey, guess I'm going to run. The XYL took her nap. I think we're going to get some grilling going here tonight. And lucky me, the chef is going to maybe help with maybe a steak or something. Lucky me. Have a good one there, Tom. NADRV, NADXUY.
Yeah, your station sounds really, really good right now. No problem.
Thank you. And you are
go grill it, buddy.
Very fine also.
I'm just kind of hanging out with my kitty cat. Or she's hanging out with me. I ain't sure yet. She sits here up on the desk in front of the amplifier, and if I reach over to pet her, she yells at me, meaning leave me alone. Anyway, NADXUY, have a good evening, NADRV.
Take care, Tom. NADXUY, we're clear. 7-3, everybody.
Sounding good here too, Sam.
Thank you. Yeah, it's really weird. I got this big little droop in my dipole. It's like 15 feet, so I got to straighten that out tomorrow. Have a good one, everybody. We are going for food. XUY is clear. NADXUY.
Yeah, well, your signal's not drooping, Sam. You're 30 over here, so great signal, sounding crystal clear. You sound like you.
Thank you. You sound good too, bud. And I didn't get back to the net. I was still up on the roof, so I'll send Ed a sorry message. Take care. Talk to you everyone soon.
7-3, Sam.
7-3.
Is that Windsor, Ontario fella?
It is so, Tom. How you doing? V3KUZ.
I'm doing pretty good. How am I doing over there?
How are you doing? Strong signal.
Okay. Yeah, the loop seems to work a little bit better when you get all that fallen tree stuff out of it and holds it down to the ground within 2 feet on one side.
Yeah, you were just shy of 30 over, so you're doing a great job.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I tried. These people over here in, I don't know how they pronounce that, Hokkaido, Northern Island of Japan. I guess we're lucky we're not over there living and have to live with all that stuff.
Yeah, Rocket Man, you never know what that guy's going to do. Like, he's so unpredictable. I can't believe he's firing a missile anywhere near Japan. He's almost like taunting them. Maybe that's his intention. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's his intention. I have a friend of mine that fought in Nam over there, and he says the one thing that we knew about him, he's about 80% crazier than his old man was when he run the country.
Yeah, and he was pretty crazy himself, his old man was.
Well, in North Korea, from the looks of the pictures I saw on him a few minutes ago, he's eating better than anybody in the country is.
Well, he's not starving, that's for sure.
Oh, they're showing pictures of that island right now. Somebody asked me once, why do you keep playing around with that satellite dish stuff? Because I can scan all the satellites that are over our heads, and some of them you can get into, some of them you can't, but because they're protected, like Dish Network and stuff like that. But I got two of them I kind of watch. It's 103.1, and the other one was 97.1, but that's where they put signals up there for anybody to grab.
You know, when you said that was going on, I got right on the net just to see if there was anybody else reporting it, and there are. It's all over the place, so it's definitely going on as far as we can tell.
Yeah, I'm watching this clip. He's waving at all the people, and they're clapping and waving back, and I'm thinking, yeah, just remember that, guys, because he's going to be the guy that screws up the country.
I just hope he doesn't create a big fuss so that China gets involved and you guys get involved, and it's not worth it for him.
You know the part that bugs me about this the most? All these people are making a lot of money off of the United States selling their stuff over here. You would think they would not want to shoot themselves in the foot over that.
Now you're talking like somebody who's rational. I don't think they think the same way.
So what you're saying is I could be a Canadian.
No, I'm saying you're talking rational, and they're not rational at all.
Yeah, a friend is a ham over there in Sarnia, Ontario, VE3LRJ. I haven't heard from him for years, so I don't know if he's alive or dead for that matter, but he used to tell me, he says, you're gonna have to understand me. I says, what's that? I ain't ever coming over into your country after 6 p.m. I says, why's that? Because you people are nuts over there when you all got guns.
Yeah, well, he's right about that. Although it's not everybody, but you can end up in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah, we used to get a lot of people coming into Port Huron across the Blue Water Bridge. So Canadians would come over here to shop. I was out at Myers one day, and I see this lady and two teenagers standing out next to her car with the trunk open, and they're changing their clothes. And I asked her, I said, what are you doing? Well, we come over here to buy clothes because they're cheaper for school. And I said, right. So once we buy them, we bring them out here and we put them on and throw the old ones away.
Oh, some people do the weirdest things. I wouldn't say that the clothing is cheaper. It works out to be about the same, but you guys have more variety over there. Like, I can't get over when I would shop over there for groceries. There'd be like 50 different kinds of the same cereal that we had over here. It's like you guys got a lot more variety.
Never thought about it that way. NADRV.
Yeah, VE3KUZ. Yeah, we used to go over to Target, and some things that were cheaper, like diapers, were a little bit cheaper, especially when you buy them in bulk. So we'd go to Target, we'd stock up on that, and we did that almost every week until the Gulf War broke out, and then they shut the bridge down for a little while, and we just barely made it back. And they had military people on the bridge, and guys pointing a machine gun at me, and I was trying to declare what I had, and he just pointed a machine gun at me and said, get out of here. So, okay, I wish I'd bought more, but yeah, I'll get out of here.
I got 74.5 up here yet, and they're just showing a map picture of North Korea, and they ain't that far from Japan.
No, they're not, and they have a long history of not liking one another.
Yeah, it's my friend here in town. He's a ham. I said, if I ever hit the lottery, he says, I'm taking you to Ireland. He says, I ain't going over there. Them people are nuts.
Some of them are, but you know what? You can probably find nuts in every country.
Yeah, I told him we'll go to one of them pubs over there because I've been listening to a lot of Irish music, streaming it into my cell phone. And I'm thinking, listening to some of these ballads and songs that these guys play over there, they're having way too much fun at the bar.
Well, that's what you're supposed to do, have fun, but yeah, I know what you mean. Well, my heritage goes back into Ireland somewhere, but more so on my grandmother's side. She was actually born in Cork, Ireland.
that's what my dad told me. He says originally we have a Irish and Scotland descent, and he says back in the day a lot of our relatives moved over to Goderich, Ontario, and then after so many years they moved into into Michigan.
Oh yeah, I never actually looked at your last name there before, Tom. Yeah, that's definitely an Irish name for sure.
Not many of them around anymore, but there's what is it, retired lieutenant colonel in the Air Force with that same last name.
Is he related to you?
No, I wish he was. I'd be living in Texas where it's warm.
It's warm here now.
Yeah, that may be, but the rain and stuff and the snow, it'll be back.
Oh, I hope you're wrong, but it seems like we went straight into summer and skipped spring. Oh yeah, I'm looking at the forecast now. High on Monday is 43. Oh boy.
Well, they're saying the missile now has already fallen somewhere in the ocean. That's just him screwing around and trying to tick people off.
Yeah, what worries me is that they're heavily backed by China, and I hope that they have a point where they're not going to back him up when he does crazy things like that.
Well, that's the logistics of me. Like, man, all the money these guys are making shipping stuff to the United States, you wouldn't think that they'd screw that opportunity up.
Yeah, well, they've spent a lot of money getting to the point where they are like the manufacturers, like the biggest manufacturing company in the country, in the world, and we were all kind of sleeping at the wheel when we let that happen.
Well, I don't buy anything from China directly if I don't have to. But if you buy it from somebody else that's buying it from China, you're still helping them out.
Well, and it's hard to tell because you can buy stuff at, say Walmart for an example. They get a lot of their stuff from there. But some of the times they put labeling on it that says made in the USA or made in Canada. But if you really read it, the only thing that was made there, like over here, was the label.
Yep. All right, I'll let you carry on with what you're doing. I'm just sitting here sipping on a adult beverage and trying to relax. Occasionally I go over here and pet my pooty cat. I got a new pooty cat a while back. He's got him at the animal shelter because they give him all their shots and stuff. And they chip him, which I can't really feel. It's somewhere in his neck, but I can't feel it. But she's a pretty good girl. She's sprawled out here on my desk in front of the amplifier, just like with the end of her tail flipping. And if I touch her or try to pet her, she gives me the meaning leave me alone.
Yeah, they seem to like their affection on their own terms, don't they?
Yeah, I got her because I have a male cat that I've had for about 10 years. He's in the house. I figured it'd be good company for him. It was, the first week or two was World War III.
Are they getting along now?
Yeah, a little better. She just don't. She'll get down on the floor in the living room and sit there for a minute, and then the big black tomcat that I've had for a lot of years. He walks up to her to kind of like say hi, and as soon as he gets within 1 foot, she clobbers him in the nose with both front feet.
Has she been declawed?
No.
Ouch.
I don't think so, anyway. And he just sits there and shakes his head and looks at her, and he bats her back with his feet.
Huh. Well, hopefully they learn to get along and settle down. I mean, sounds like the one's a lot younger.
Yep. And she's black and white. They named her Oreo because her face looks like an Oreo cookie. She's 3 years old, and my big boy there, he's about 10 years old.
Yeah, there's quite an age difference, really.
But they're getting along better now. They really like the windows. I don't let either one of them out. I had one up when I lived up north in northern Michigan. I let her out every night. And there was one night she did not come back.
Yeah, a friend of mine's got 2 cats, and I was surprised they got 2 of them, but they're brother and sister, and they get along pretty good. But the one cat has always, since they got it, wanted to escape, to get outside. It just wants to be outside all the time. So they built what they call a catio for this cat, and he literally sits out there all day and all night.
Yeah, mine, if the windows are open, and they'll set up in the window and look out.
Yeah, this little thing allows them to actually go outside, and he even goes out in the middle of the winter. He loves it out there. He's out there all night long, and then he tends to sleep in the day and be up all night.
Well, we have a lot of cats here in the town. They're called feral cats. I think they're dumped off. We got a metal lodge up here in Yale that, for the older people to live at. And my understanding is the girls up there have a bunch of cats that live around there that they feed.
Oh, yeah, it can be quite a problem if you get a lot of those feral cats. I'm surprised the shelters don't take care of that.
No. I asked the shelter about that, and they said, as far as the state of Michigan is concerned now, a feral cat is like a wild animal, like a deer or a raccoon.
So what's that mean? They put them down?
No, it's just declassified. They won't come out and trap them and catch them.
Oh, yeah, because like you picked yours up from the shelter, and they do give them all their shots and everything, and so you can kind of depend on that you're getting a pretty decent, healthy cat.
Yeah, she's had all of her shots, and before I left, they put some kind of electronic chip in her neck, so if she ever runs off, they can scan her and know where she belongs.
Really? So what do they use, like GPS or something?
I don't know. It looks like a pill. Not as big as a pill you and I would take, and it's got electronic information that they can read.
Huh. So does it have like a little battery in it that's going to wear out after a while, or?
I don't know. I do not know. She sees my meter on the amplifier bouncing around. She's just sitting there looking at that.
Yeah, maybe she's going to take a swat at it.
No, she's on the move. She's going to go see what the big cat's doing.
Yep, going to antagonize the big guy.
I don't know what this thing's called. And they sent me all kinds of emails after the ag. It's called PetLink.
I'll have to look that up sometime and see how that works.
Yeah, they give her all of her shots for rabies and all that kind of stuff, and they treated her for fleas and ticks.
Yeah, it's good to know that she's had all that, and you won't have to worry at least about that part of it. Should be nice and healthy.
Yeah, I call her my $75 cat.
Right to her face, huh?
She don't care. She just looks at me.
Yeah, well, she probably doesn't know what that means anyway, but hey, that's not a bad price, $75 for a good cat.
Yeah. She's got, she's like a tabby cat. She got black under her chin and one eye's white, one eye's black, so that they nicknamed her Oreo, like the cookie.
You can get some really interesting coloring on a cat, that's for sure. Yeah, my friends' cats like their brother and sister, but the one looks like, I don't know, it sounds like very similar to yours, only it's almost completely black. And the other one, even though they're from the same litter and everything, they're, what would they call that? Kind of like one of those Garfield cats.
Yeah, she does not like her feet touched or her belly. If you do, you get bit.
Well, I guess you found that out.
Well, I'm trying to handle her a bit more than what, you know, like the big Tom I have here. I had to do that with him. You know, she walks over here and walks on my keyboard, and I scoop her up with both my arms and say, "Oh, it's Huggle time." And she just don't like that at all. She'd say, "Let me go."
Well, it's amazing the personalities you can find in cats. Another friend of mine had one that he called him Lucky. The Lucky was the friendliest cat I've ever met. Like if you walked in the door and the cat's never met you before, within a few minutes he's gonna be lying on your feet, purring away, and he wants you to pet him.
Yeah, this is what this one did. Gene come up to help me cut up some of that tree in the backyard. He sat down here in the chair and she jumped up on the desk here and just purred and purred and purred, and she'll stick her head into you, you know, or your hand, and give you a little forehead rub, and then Gene held his fingers up and she was kissing his fingers. I said, "Well, that's a friendly cat. She's giving me loving."
And this is the same one you can't touch?
Well, she gotta get used to me, but you know, if I do that, she'll do the same thing. If I reach around and try to touch her belly, she just like, wham. Meaning, I think that's cat for, don't go there.
Yeah, well, especially if she's trying to bite you when you're doing that.
Well, she bites, but she doesn't bite hard. She just kind of like that little love nip thing.
Yeah, well, you know, when they're little and their teeth are sharp, even their little nips like that can hurt.
Yeah. Also, looking at the Sault Ste. Marie, there's a couple boats tied up waiting to go through. I don't know what they do. Like a sister ship or something. They're waiting for the other one to show up. But somebody up there's making money.
Well, they must have like video cameras set up there so you can watch them.
Yes, sir. They are. Here comes another one up the river. Yeah, it's on a 200-foot tower up there.
Huh. Yeah, my grandparents used to live right on Riverside Drive, and in an apartment building there up on the 8th floor. My grandfather used to just love watching the ships go by. He had like all the nautical books and that, and he knew what all their signals were when they were, tooting the foghorn, and he also knew how to read the flags on the ship to tell what cargo it was carrying. And he had like a registry. This is way before the internet. He had a registry of a lot of the ships that were going by, and specs on the ships, how long they were, and all that stuff. He knew a whole lot about them.
Did he live on the Canadian side of the Sioux?
No, he was on the Canadian side of the Detroit River. He used to watch them going through there.
Okay. Yeah, they're busy. The Army Corps of Engineers are busy fixing a lot of stuff. They're using what they call the pole locks for the big ones. They'll take the 1,000-footers. But I was just noticing when they were showing another picture of it on YouTube, when that 1,000-footer goes into that lock, there's only about 6 inches clearance on either side.
Wow. I don't know how many of those there are around. They seem to be pretty rare. But I grew up on the lake in Lake Erie. We used to watch them going. You could see them out in the middle of the lake. I think there's a 7-mile channel and a 14-mile channel, and we could watch them going by each other. And there was very few of them that were 1,000-footers, but a lot of 900-foot range and 850-foot range.
Oh, I see what they're doing. They're the Alcoma Discovery, and they got a tug around. The Coast Guard's got a tug around there, shoving it over to go up through the locks. Apparently, some of them have thrusters on the front bow and on the back, and every once in a while they need to have a tug help them because the thrusters aren't working.
Something with that much mass to it, you wouldn't want it getting out of control. It could do a lot of damage to both the dock and the ship.
Yeah, there used to be some smaller locks there too, and they're still there. They're using 2 locks now. There was the one on the south side. I guess they won't take the 1,000-footers, but they'll take the smaller ones. And the Poe is the one that they use all the big ones. But just north of there, towards Sault Ste. Marie, Canada, there's a couple of old smaller locks there that they don't even use anymore. I guess they're in the process of digging that out and widening it out so they can have another. They want to make a lock over there out of the 2 smaller ones so they can take 2 boats at a time in either direction.
WA2AXE, WA2AXE. Here is WB2MLY. Calling and standing by.
Hello there. Your call is important to us. Leave your name, number, and a brief message, and we'll be sure to get back to you. WA2AXE.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Mr. Operator. And I'm hearing you not as well as I think I will hear you later on, but perfectly readable anyway. Just a little low, but that'll come with time. When you grow up, you'll have a much deeper voice, Loby. Go ahead.
Well, that's what we said about my little Bobby in Florida. He turned 13, and he's talking like this now. So, again, everybody's voice changes when you get older. And I'm sure my voice is changing. I'm turning into a little old man. What did you say, Sonny? Very tricky. WA2AXE.
Okay, Loby, WA2XE, WB2MLY. And we had a very, very nice day weather-wise, and temperatures were in the 60s. And tomorrow is supposed to be just making into the 80s, and that'll be something. And I don't know if I'll have to get my shorts out or not. That'll be quite interesting. I think I'll just wear what I'm wearing, and then till I start really sweating. So yeah, I got out on a bike ride, and then we listened to the Yankee game, and they pulled it out. They finally won, and so that was pretty good. And we had a little dinner, and now we're on the radio. WA2AXE, WB2MLY.
All right, I just got an email from the Mint tomorrow at noon. They're going to open the doors to me and a few others to try to get this Buffalo 1-ounce gold piece. And I'm just looking at the... Oh, my God. $2,940. Holy jeez. I'm just going to go sit in shop for a while. WA2AXE.
Well, it's probably a good investment, but yeah, that's a chunk of change there. That's more than you paid for your 7,300. Probably double. You could, I don't know. It certainly will increase in value as the time goes on. And anyway, the Yankees won yesterday, and they won, not yesterday, but today they won, and so they took the series from the Guardians. The poor announcers there, they kept saying the Indians. John Sterling, of course, he's been saying Indians for